Okay, we have a switch in the wall here, but the box isn't very solid. It's just in the wall. And we're going to take the switch out. And we're going to put an outlet in here too, because they want to be able to plug in a vacuum cleaner. This is in the hallway up above the dentist office. So we'll get all our wires out of our box here. We'll unhook our black wire from the switch. I have to run down and grab a piece of wire. Okay, so we have our whites here. We have our black where we have live power coming in and live power going out. So we're going to cut. Oh, okay, my camera's recording this direction in case you didn't want to be in the picture.
Okay, did you just see me?
No, not yet. Alright, so you'll take.
Shut this door.
Oh, yeah, no, you're in it. When you close the door, you were in it.
Can you back it up?
Not really. Okay, so. So there's a green screw back in here because they have the ground wires all grounded to another green screw. So we're going to loosen this one up. All right. Now, you always put your wire around the screw the direction your screw turns. Close the loop the direction the screw turns. Okay, there's our ground to go to our switch and our outlet. This is our power in and our power going out. So we'll get our wires together here. Clip them so they're even. So we'll get our insulation even at the bottom here. Twist them in so they go in nice and evenly here. And we'll cut it so they're all even with the end here. Our wire nut on. I'm not squeezing, I'm just turning it. There we go. Okay, so this is our black one to go to the outlet. And we have our whites here. We have to get a neutral for our outlet here. Strip it so it's even with the others here. And I'll cut it so it's even with the shortest one here. Make sure insulation goes up into the wire nut. Now I'm not squeezing, I'm just turning the wire nut. Okay, so we can get this back into our box. This is our power in and power out, and this one's going to go to the switch. So we get our wires back into our box here. So this is our double gang wire mold box we're going to use here. So we have a back plate here that we have to open up. So we'll go get our pliers in here. And we'll open it up. Okay, there it goes. You just rock it back and forth like this to open it up. Okay, so hopefully we can hit something here to screw into. Nothing. Maybe we'll get lucky and hit something over here. Nothing. So if there's nothing to screw into, you know what? There's nothing to screw into, that's all. Absolutely nothing. We'll try one up here. Nope. So it is what it is. We're not going to get all bent out of shape and worked up over it. There's nothing there to screw to. There's nothing there to screw to. We tried. So it's going to make sure our box is nice and tight. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. You can't, getting upset's not going to change anything, isn't it?
Is it loose?
Well, I couldn't screw into anything. There's just concrete. So it's just going to have to be supported by the box. So I'll be thankful I have something rather than nothing. Put our box on here. That wire's going to be very tight to go into that switch. Okay, we're going to get two ground tails, one to go to the outlet and one to go to the switch. Nice and even. Cuttings there even here. We'll grab a wire nut. We'll wire nut our ground wires together here. Okay. So now we can fold this back into our box here. And we'll have our ground wires going to our switch and to our outlet. So we're going to get a black tail wire. Off about an inch. You always make your loop the direction your screw turns. And you put your wire around the screw the direction it turns. Close it like that. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we'll put our other wire. We'll get our ground wire hooked up next because our wire going to the light is very, very short. So we'll put our ground wire around our green screw here. Make sure it's tight. I'm going to use the flathead because it hops like a lovable little bunny rabbit when I use the Phillips. So there's our ground on our green screw. There's the black on our brass screw. So now we'll keep our ground wire down in the bottom here. We'll hook the one up that goes to our light. Here. Nice and tight like that. I'll push this back into our box. Do you have some white caulk by any chance?
Some white what?
Caulk.
Yes.
Because I can caulk around this very neatly and I'll give it a little extra stability since there's nothing to screw into.
Yeah, I didn't know that that was gonna be like 3D. You know what I mean?
Oh, sticking out?
Yeah.
Oh. But that box behind there, it's held by air. There's nothing holding it. Well, our screw head broke. That's a wonderful joy. Phillips. Center here. All right, now we can hook up our. You wanted white out here, right? Ivory? Oh, because I put a white one on here, so I'll take it off. I love taking things apart again. You just learn to... It's a wonderful joy. I love doing things over again. Because you know what? If I didn't love it, it would annoy you. So just learn to love it. And if something doesn't fit and you force it and it breaks, guess what? Be glad it broke. You're done with it. Because once it's broken, you're done with it, right?
It's over.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you wanted white out here.
Everything out there is going to be ivory.
Oh, okay.
Is the whole box white or is that ivory?
Ivory.
Yeah.
I love doing things again. I love it when wires break too. But you know what I do? You know what I do when something breaks and there's nothing I can do?
Throw it away.
Yes, and I walk away and say, let somebody else do it. I'm not doing it. That's the best way to handle it, isn't it? Without getting all frustrated and bent out of shape and everything. Mm-hmm. And that way you don't take God's name in vain. Because He's so precious. You don't want to take His name in vain, right? Mm-hmm. So I'd rather just walk away from something if it's not going right and let somebody else do it. And if somebody already paid me, I'll just give the money back saying I can't do it. You know? That's the best thing to do, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But fortunately that hasn't happened yet. the one that goes up to our light. Make sure it's nice and straight on our box here. So now we'll hook our outlet up. So here in the country I was born in, black is live, white is neutral, the bare, the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. Your white wire goes on the silver screw, which is the wide slot. Your black wires go on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot. And your ground obviously goes on the green screw. So we're going to close one silver screw we're not going to be using. You always put your wire around the screw, the direction your screw turns. Alrighty. We'll do our two black wires first. Doesn't matter which one goes on where. That. Get our other one over here. Like that, and we'll come over here, we'll get our white wire onto our silver screw. Mine is in white. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll get our ground wire around our green screw. There are brackets, bending over type of brackets holding that box in the wall, so it is what it is. If there's nothing to screw into, there's nothing to screw into. You just got to deal with what you have and not complain about it either. Be thankful that I have something to screw into. Okay, so I'll put our wires into our box. Okay, so I'll just get it centered on our box here, get it nice and tight. And we'll just get our flashlight and look and make sure no wires are pinched anywhere. Our wires are down. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that wire's not pinched in there. There it is. Take another look again. Our ground wire is down. No wires are pinched anywhere. And our screws aren't hitting any wires, and we're all set. Put the cover on here. Here in the country I was born in, for your single pole switches, down is off, up is on. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Peace.